They are off. Yes, there we go. So the biggest difference here is obviously that PiePusher has to start with DK, while Newby is starting with Funky. Funky was an addition to the Switch version, basically an easy mode. It doesn't only add Funky, but DK as well gets more hearts. So the Wii U version, you can start with either solo DK or you can start in 2-player mode, so that you start with a Body Kong, often cranky. PiePusher is not opting to do that. It only saves like 1 to 2 seconds. Because you have the menu after 1-1 to drop player 2. So Funky has a double jump, he has a hover, infinite air in water, he can roll infinitely and corkscrew infinitely, and he can't be damaged by spikes. So that's the main difference there. So you're seeing here these load screens, very short on Switch, but on Wii U they can be very long. They're super inconsistent on Wii U, to the point where we finally got a auto splitter that pauses the time when the game loads, just to make competition fair. On Switch they basically fixed the loads, so that as long as all the map data for each world is loaded, the loads will be roughly the same for every time you enter one level, although they are different for each level. Newby using the new grab jump there, where if you press grab in between double jumps, like the first jump and then you press grab and then you double jump, you get extra height. It's a bit finicky. I still don't go for it personally. This can do that. Same thing there, bouncing on the bug. Get up there. So now that's the one of the backside of using Funky. If you land in spikes like that, you can't roll out of it. So you have to jump slowly to a normal ground. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. And PiePusher is going to switch to Cranky here. Cranky is way faster when you're climbing vertically compared to Dixie. It's also way faster on ground. You can see him just pogoing through this. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. So yeah, that comes with having less hearts. It's easier to lose your Kong body. Oh, barrel skip there. You can jump under the barrel there and into the minecart. It's not that big of a deal if you don't go for it. So if PiePusher losing Cranky has to pick him up in the first boss level right before he goes in. Only loses a couple of seconds, like 2, if even that. So in order scrolls like this, the minecart levels, you wanna jump to save frames. Right now, Funky is faster for the most part. You'll most likely see some switch to Cranky. I don't know if Newby will do that, but others have, like Michael Goldfish and Crusher did. When you switch is specifically, well, depends on what tricks you're going for, because there's a trick in World 3 where you need Cranky, which saves like 15 seconds on its own, minus the time it takes to switch, minus the time you lose on levels before that level. Now, Newby has never gone for that trick, so he's not going to switch right before the second boss to Cranky. That's where you would switch. The other point where you switch is right before you enter the first level in World 4. So we will have to wait until then to see. And that's because Diddy saves so much time in water compared to Funky. So Newby is not going for the new strat here where you can get earlier hits on Pumpy. He's trying for what we call the God cards, where you hit the last green fish as early as possible. No, it's still Funky if you're playing as DK. On the Wii U version it was Funky all the time. But if you're playing as Funky, there's a new parrot in the game called Tox. Tawks. So this boss is very simple. Just try to hit him as early as possible. Pie is playing on the Wii U, yeah. The biggest time loss he will have from that is actually loads, not necessarily not having Funky. Because Funky doesn't take that much time overall. But then again, Newby is a veteran player, a veteran runner of this game, so I'm gonna see that play into it as well. See if we can get this trick here where you hit the last big fish in there and he gets it. Oof. Sword 2 ups the difficulty a bit, adding way more pits that you can fall into. Right. Yeah, it's a little bit of trouble climbing this windmill. It's a bit trickier to do with Funky, slightly faster, but trickier. Cranky could just pogo up that, and that's easier than using the double jump. PiePusher is using Dixie here. I'm not too familiar with Dixie strats because I've only used Cranky myself. The IL used to use Dixie. Only you before Funky was the thing. The only problem is that now he doesn't have Cranky for 2-2. So he loses quite a bit of time there. Yeah. Dixie makes it so that you can skip that lift there. Up in the ditch, Ramby there. It's slightly faster to actually keep him if we go another route. Yeah, but that's because PiePusher doesn't have the Switch version. In Funky mode on Switch, DK has 3 hearts, so with a body Kong he gets 6 hearts, so it is balanced as long as you can avoid taking damage. Alright, very nice. You don't get to see the momentum trick you do with Cranky usually, where there's swings coming up here, because Cranky, well, DK a lot of momentum, and Cranky can keep that in his cane. Two 3, first level with global cycle. If Newby makes one mistake here, he has to adjust the recycle speed in different than what he's used to. You can see PiePusher getting that speed there, but Dixie can't keep that momentum. Funky works similarly to Cranky, where he can keep momentum, but he needs something to bounce on to keep going, to not lose the speed. Cranky needs ground to keep going, something to land on. So Funky can actually keep momentum in the air as long as enemy. You'll see that later, hopefully. Two 4 is the next auto scroller. Works essentially the same 1-4. Except that there is a water section when you're in a small boat instead. Jumping the same frames, same as usual. So PiePusher died in 2-2, lost Dixie, so he has to wait here and grab a con. Decides to go with the safer option in Dixie. Optimally, you would use Cranky to just bounce through this. But he is a new runner, so he might not be used to using Cranky that much. And Dixie was kind of like the easy mode before Funky, but she wasn't like as easy as Funky is. Her flutter in her hair is kind of like, it might save you one sometimes, but not always, while Funky has the hover and the double jump to keep you alive. Two 5. This was an old Dixie level on Wii U. Just because of the the big gaps in this level. The Cranky has problem doing fast. So Funky basically does the same thing, but slightly faster. Because he doesn't lose speed when he hovers or double jumps. You'll see the difference soon. Nice. Manages to keep the speed in those bounces. Very nice. Oh, bonus time. Yeah, that's a big time waster. But it's not a death, it's not as bad. So 2.6 has this part with the vines that you can really speed up. So it's kind of like an auto-scroller like that. Need to hit those gray bells to make this wine spawn or destroy obstacles. Ooh. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but nice. Didn't have to slow down and flutter up to that balloon. He just landed on it. Oh no, don't do this again, Newby. Newby is known for dying here, but for cranky. So this part is essentially the same with DKC and Funky. Newby is going into the second boss, Scout. One of the best bosses of all time in IMO, in any 2D platform. Definitely the best boss in this game. So he wants to keep all these eggs alive and hit all 3 to make the quickest kills. So on Wii U here, you have a barrel cycle to catch. Later on when we're switching to Cranky. Unfortunately with that opening he won't be able to catch the faster cycle. But it's not that big of a deal. Loses a lot of time. So unfortunately Newby missed 1 egg there, so you have to wait through his attacks. He loses about 15 seconds. It's actually the least detrimental phase to miss on. The first one is like 20 to 25 seconds, and the last one, this phase, if you miss an egg, is 50 seconds. And here's the barrel cycle I was talking about. Okay. I think he wanted to crank it there, but it was too late. Very nice. Now he wants to keep this egg all the way through this attacking phase. There you go. Very nice. So let's go. The PiePusher isn't that far behind actually, considering he's on Wii U. Hopefully he switches to Cranky here. Yeah. Well, alright. I guess not. The 3-1 is another global cycle level. Make a mistake and you'll miss a cycle. No issues here. Got the best cycle. Oh, nice save. Unfortunately, he threw the first owl too early, so the third owl never spawned. I've never seen this fight with Dixie before. So, oh no. Yeah. Unfortunate. So that was another pair, a different pair of what Newby got. That's actually RNG. The pair Newby got is the perfect RNG. The what we want. On the Switch version they fixed RNG, so we get perfect RNG on almost every boss except the last one, which is very, very minor. So that's another bonus for the Switch version. Makes it better to speedrun overall, not just funky. So yeah, now he has to do this phase all over again. Seconds, like I said before. If it was like an RTA attempt, you would most likely reset here. So this is the level I was talking about before. Huge trick that saves a lot of time with Cranky. Where it's really tricky to pull off. you can get a lot of speed off of these tornadoes, and Cranky can carry that with his cane. Funky can't do that because there's not enough things to bounce on. We're gonna see us doing this level normally with Funky. Yeah, I had to take the barrel there. Unfortunately, it's gonna miss the first cycle. So. Very solid level for Newby. He didn't die, so no mistakes with the tornadoes. They can push you back if you don't do it correctly. So 3-4, very similar to 2-5. A lot of wide gaps, which made DKC more optimal to use. So Funky does the same thing here. So this is gonna be interesting to see how it does this climb DKC. So Newby is opting to switch before going into the 3-5. Which is not a bad idea. It's slower than switching before 4-1, but 3B is way easier with Cranky the next level, so I will never crucify anyone for switching there. I've been thinking about doing that myself. But I consider the time loss too big. So you can just hold A in this level. It's that easy. I need to only get you to secret exit, so you can beat the level. Continue to 3B the next level. Yep. So that's the first secret exit we take. There are several in the first two worlds. but they aren't faster. PiePusher are still not switched to Cranky. I think that's interesting. So this is why Cranky makes it easier. His pogo makes it way easier to traverse these spikes. While Funky gets stuck if you don't do it right. Another benefit of the Switch version, you can damage boost the entire thing here. On Wii U you have to wait, otherwise you lose Cranky. And you don't want that. It's faster to wait than to grab Cranky before the third boss. There you go. So normally you would switch to Dixie at the end of this level, so now he's technically back on track, if you want to call it that. So yes, starts with Dixie 34. So Baboon was a huge issue on Wii U because it has had heavy RNG. Like this game was lying on RNG, but most of it was in this boss. But like I said before, they removed all of the RNG. So this is perfect RNG. You get that every time on Switch. Unfortunately, Newby was too slow to hit him. So on Wii U, when they come down on the poles the first time, they can stop right away or climb at or stop at any point while climbing down the pole. If they stop right away, you can't reach them. That's bad RNG. So there's multiple combinations of RNG that weighs different amount of time. Also, you can't stack like 2 hits on each monkey and then expect to kill all of them. Because you need 3 hits on one monkey to continue to the next phase. And then the hits reset. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. A bit of a hiccup there. So losing Cranky doesn't matter. You have to wait for a barrel cycle in this level anyway, because you want to switch to DD. Every Kong has an ability on land and in water. And DD's ability on the water is his jetpack, so he gets a boost on the water that's way faster than spinning like this. That saves a lot of time over Funky overall, because some of the water levels are long. PiePusher has switched to Cranky as well. That's good. So yeah, you can see how fast he's moving with the here. Switching Dixie here because it's faster, even though Dita has his boost. You need Dixie's underwater ability to get through these currents fast, because while you can do a boost cancelling trick to get through the currents with DD, it's super slow. It's also hard to keep up if you have to do it for a long period. So Funky can get through these currents alone, so you don't have to switch here if you don't want to. Did you not switch to Cranky? It looked like Cranky on his back. I guess not. I wonder why. Yeah, so he took another secret exit there to reach 4A. One of the faster levels in World 4. Also the only trifecta level where you start with Dixie, switch to Diddy, and switch to Cranky here. If he can grab him. There we go. So while you can reach this secret exit with any Kong, even with solo DK, it's way faster with Cranky, way easier with Cranky. So that's why we switched there. Optimally you would do it with Diddy, but it's super hard. It's even harder to do it with Diddy than it is with solo DK. IMO. So 4B is a really long level. You have to collect these keys to progress until you find the final key to open the door to beat the level. So we're waiting here to switch to Diddy. Speeds up the level, obviously. So much underwater movements. It's way faster to just wait there for Diddy. So on Wii U, you can clip out of bounds and go over the entire level on to the end. But unfortunately they fixed some collision with the rock walls in these water levels, so we can't clip out of bounds anymore. They didn't fix the clipping itself, because you can still do it in 5.4, but that wall is made of wood, so they specifically went for these walls. Because every level you can clip out of except 5.4 has rock walls that you clip through, and you can't do it in any level. Any of those select few levels, I mean. I missed the RNG parent he got there, PiePusher, but I couldn't tell you if you got good or bad RNG. So you can skip all that key collecting, which saves a whole minute. But since Switch has such shorter loads, the overall time save is over 6 minutes. So we messed up the beginning there, so you had to wait for Cranky to come back on the cycle. And as you can see on the right here, he has to wait anyways, so it didn't matter if Newby had Cranky, like I said before. Very nice, strong dong as we call it, where you time you're landing into that barrel and you can skip the entire waiting process there. Very nice, gets the crate skipped there. So I guess I missed some shopping here, because PiePusher has that extra bonus art you can buy. Shopping is something we used to do before we understood how the fourth boss worked. So while we did shop to prepare for that boss, we also bought other stuff for other levels. No, that was a long time ago, so we don't go to the shop anymore. Very nice, catches the Diddy cycle there. So this level was very tough on Wii U, just because you had to hit these barrel cycles, otherwise you would lose up to, or at least 6 seconds, I should say. Because on the water, these barrel cycles are twice as long. So yeah, that bonk there made him miss the Diddy cycle. But on the Switch version, you don't have to worry about that. So Newby could have just gone through, but I guess he wasn't too sure. Yeah, so you might recognize that music. According ambience from the first DKC game. I don't know if any of you know this, but David Wise did compose all this music for this game. He didn't return for DKC Returns, so he didn't do the music for that, but he came back to this game when this game was being made. And that's something we're very happy about, because the music is amazing. No, it's definitely DKC one. So yeah, here we're turning a 3 minute fight to a 40-second fight with Cranky. Cranky can reach the back of this boss where you can hear him with his cane. You can get behind him with Funky as well with damage boosting, but Cranky is way faster. Yeah, thinking it's safer here. You can do this faster, but safety first. So we used to shop, like I said, for this boss, where we bought these banana uses that makes you vulnerable to damage for 50 seconds each. But that was on before we knew that if you're at 1 heart on bosses, you will always get a heart when you damage him. So you could stay alive without uses. Newby switching back to Funky here, 5-1, because he's faster in World 5 and 6. So this is scary. There are no hearts to grab here, so it's on 1 heart Diddy. And if he loses Diddy, he will go significantly slower. So this used to be like a hybrid level Dixie and Cranky, so you started with Cranky, Pugu, kept him, switched to Dixie, then switched back to Cranky. Huh. I'm actually surprised Newby won for that. It's somewhat of an IL strat. Yeah, it looks really inconsistent for him still. I would recommend not go for that myself, but the thing here that he does is that he's bouncing off the first spike ball, where you just need to neutral bop, as we say, where you don't press the A button. PiePusher using Kong Power to kill the shark. So there's a yellow meter on the left side, and when you collect bananas as DK, you fill that meter, and it's full. You can use Kong Pow, and each Kong has a different effect. Diddy turns enemies into 1-ups. Dixie turns them into hearts that stacks. They are yellow hearts that stacks. So you can get up to 8 hearts. 4 times 2. And then Cranky turns enemies into coins. And not something you really see, where it wastes like 3 seconds, so... But it is the safety. Switching back to Dixie again. Interesting. So fight 2 is another auto-scroller, another rocket. Not much to say. Just the void. the mech, you're fine. It's switching back to DD here though. Yes, that's good, because you don't want to do 4-6 with DD or Dixie or Cranky in the beginning. I don't even know what cycles you get from that. PiePusher making his way through 4-6. Yes, you wanna avoid using DD here, but he's gonna miss a cycle anyway. Well, if he didn't get hit there, he would have made the cycle, but it wouldn't be the first cycle, but the second one. So when you get to the underwater barrel, that wouldn't be a DD. So that's why it's important to go as fast as possible. Factory 5-3. Can be a bit of a challenging level, but it's not that hard compared to like 5-1 or 5-4. Well, any level in World 5, I guess. I definitely consider it one of the easier ones. Oh, that's unfortunate. He took damage there, and that probably messed him up. Yeah, so you can skip all that by double jumping. You can do the same thing with Dixie. So it's not a funky exclusive trick. Oh, that's interesting. One use on one heart. If I remember correctly, those extra hearts cost the same. I don't know. That's interesting. So 5-4 isn't as hard as... Okay, I guess I have to correct myself there. It's not as hard as 5-3 when you have Funky. It was definitely a lot harder on Wii U when you had to use DD, and you had that one barrel in the beginning where you switch to DD, and then you have to keep DD all the way to the end. And if you lost DD, you basically lost the run. Because without DD or Dixie you can't couldn't reach the secret exit we're taking here. So you ended up, if you beat the level normally, you would end up in one of the slower levels. At least in this world. Yeah, Marie, it's not fast. PiePusher getting through Flugu, no problem. Very nice. You just have to avoid taking damage. Oh my god, that sucks. Those spinning platforms. If you stand like, let's say, where those platforms meets on that line, if you stand too much on the spinning platform, that takes priority. This sucks you down. So you fall no matter what, and you have no control over it. Here's the current you need DKC for. Doing it with DD is faster in this level. Unlike 4-1. Current is not strong, so it's way easier to do the boost trick with him there. So PiePusher is keeping Dixie again, not switching to Cranky. Like I said before, Dixie is very beginner friendly. So 5B here, one of the fastest levels in the game, also has a global cycle. Very nice. Didn't miss a cycle there. Like I said before, and one mistake will mess up those cycles for you. Used to do this part with Cranky. It's way easier now with Funky, because you have to double jump. You have to wait there, and it's not fast as a damage boost or anything like that. Funky can reach that unbarrel without landing in the barrels that you usually use. So 560 is my favorite level in this game, I would say. At least in this 100% run. And I always say that ice physics are bad in every game except this game. It's always a bad idea to add in a game. But in this game, it like amplifies your momentum you gain from these springy fruits. You'll see it here, I think. Yeah, there you go. Ice adds to it. So it goes way faster. Now this was more interesting with Cranky that one, but Funky is still cool. Very nice. So, the World 5 boss, Bashmaster. It's the slowest boss in the game. Not just the slowest boss, it's almost 4 minutes long. And there's not much you can do to speed it up. Now, you want to hit him as soon as possible with this bomb to prevent him into going into this attack that he's getting now. Because if you hit him with the bomb when he's in this phase, he starts jumping when you hit him with the bomb instead. So you can get that third hit before that jumping phase and go into the second phase instead. So Bashmaster also had RNG. Both in the first phase and the second phase. In the first phase the bomb could be in the fourth ice block. No, it's always in the third block on the switch. And on the second phase, he could jump either 5 times total or 6 times total on Wii U. On Switch he always jumps 5 times, so it's 2 times on the second phase and 3 times on the third phase. Or not the third phase. Or the second phase, the second time he jumps and the third time he jumps. So like right here, he will land 3 times. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. PiePusher making it through 5-3. Don't seem to have any issues with this level. Very nice. That can be a bit hard, a bit tricky to get. Very nice, Bashmaster. Nothing went wrong. So yeah, now you get to see the old 5-4 where he needs to keep this DD all the way to down because he doesn't get another one. Very nice. No damage yet. And Newby moving on to the last world. DK Island. Oh, unfortunately missing that cruncher drop that we call it. One of the top runners named Cruncher found that. So if you grab those wines at the top of that platform that drops down. You can land on the ground before that wall block or whatever you want to call it drops down on you and blocks your way. Interesting, a Dixie barrel. He managed to keep Diddy though, so he got through the secret exit and into 5B. So 6-2 was one of the hardest level on Wii U. It's because we used to use Cranky and do damage boost, and if you lost Cranky, you lost a lot of time, not only the next level as well. What Funky makes this really easy. Newby took more damage than intended, but still made it through. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, very nice. So 6-3, the most notable thing about this is that it has one body barrel. If you're playing as DK, it's Diddy, and only Diddy. It also only has one checkpoint, so dying before that checkpoint here sends you back to the start of the level, and dying at any point after the checkpoint obviously sends you back to the checkpoint, and that's very, very far. It's right here. Yeah, going back to grab a barrel there to refill his heart. Now I think Newby went for the early barrel there and didn't do the climb up the tower. Well, I'm not sure. Hopefully it did. So you got to see that. So 6-4 is the last rocket barrel level, and the 5th and last auto-scroller. It's also the hardest one in the game. So if you watch PiePusher there, that's kind of what Dixie does. It's like what Spike Vegeta says, she's an oops negator. Kind of rescues you from small things like that could kill you, but anyway, 6-4. It's special because it doesn't have any extra heart, so if you take damage you can't refill it unless you die. But on Switch we have 3 hearts instead of 2, so it gets easier. And PiePusher switching back to Cranky, yeah. Hopefully I can keep up with the fight, point out if he got good or bad RNG. That's bad RNG, yeah. If there's a coin in the first block, it's bad RNG, because the bomb will always be in the fourth block. This is what I was talking about before. He went into his hammer attack phase there. Now he's gonna jump twice. And then, oh well, yeah. Yeah, and then land back there and do the ice block thing again. Let's see how many jumps he gets here. That's one. Yep, you got better RNG on the second phase at least. So that's 3 jumps. We only got 2 there, so because it's fixed, like I said. So 6-5. I don't know if I told you or I said this much, but Funky does make some easier. This is the one exception where Cranky actually was easier and Funky made this harder. Now, Newby doesn't show this because he's taking. I was gonna say a safer way, but he accidentally bonked there and lost his speed. There we go. Yeah, now I missed how many jumps he got on the third phase, but yeah, he got the second boost, no problem. Those spring pads give you momentum, and like I said before, Funky can carry those as long as carry that momentum as long as he has something to bounce on. Unfortunately, missing the third boost. The third boost is exclusive to Funky, so that wasn't something Cranky could do, because there is not enough ground, while Funky has enemies to bounce on. Oof. Yeah, that's how much speed you get from those. He still had like momentum going even though he landed. But yeah, Cranky could only do the first and, well, a version of the first and second boost. Not the same. Six. The only silhouette level in the run. There are 2 other levels with this design in World 1 and World 4. Yeah, that's unfortunate. probably seeing some familiarity with using Funky here, because he's used to Dixley. And Funky is a bit harder to use, at least to go fast with. Yeah, there we go, it should be through here. So now he dropped into an off-screen barrel. Normally you're supposed to go around that thing, climbing on vines and stuff, and then go into the barrel. But the barrel is there from the beginning, so you can just drop in there. It's not hard, you just hold right. So you can, if you own this game, you can try that yourself. See if you can get the early barrel. No, doesn't go for it. You can get into that barrel off screen with Funky, but it's a fairly new thing, so I'm not surprised you didn't learn it. It's actually interesting that PiePusher is using Dixie, because this used to be a Dixie level way back. Before we realized that. Hey, Crank, you can make it over that last part as well. I have to do it faster. Oh, don't die. Very nice, 6-7. Yeah, and like I said before about the barrels in this level, or barrel, you will see here, it's just a lonely Diddy barrel. So losing if you have Cranky and losing Cranky in 6-2, you're losing a lot of time. So 6-8 is a level that forces Rambi on you. There are several obstacles you can't get through without Rambi. It's also like the only level that like forces you to stop, like here. There's like stop and go, and that kind of sucks. I also want to point out that Newby is on Switch PB pace. Oops. Commentators curse. Yeah, but that's unfortunate. Don't die again. Don't blame me, Cruncher, dude. It's not my fault Newby can't double jump. Yeah, and like I said before with the hearts on this level, on Wii U you had only 2 hearts, so it was even harder back then. It should still be on slight PB pace. I think it's a 131. But we'll see. Our last boss, Frederick. Only boss without perfect RNG. But it's so minor, it's like nothing. So we can live with that. The chance of getting perfect RNG is worse than always getting the same RNG. Okay, now PB is dead, unfortunately. I think. Missing a hit is detrimental. Very detrimental, because you have to go through this each phase again if you miss a hit. Only the last phase is special. So when Frederick runs across here, he needs 3 hits to advance to the next phase. All the 3 hits on the first phase is the same speed there, so it's not that hard to miss. And then these jumps are... on the Wii U version you could get 2 jumps, but on Switch it's always 3 jumps. So that's the worst RNG, I guess, that you get. The only thing they missed. PiePusher going into 6560. Let's see if what's happening there. Oh, okay. That's one. Now the 50th here is get faster. Yeah. Now, missing a hit on the second phase is always the worst, because this phase is the longest one. So you won't see that here, but normally the 6th hit is the fastest running speed. Which you will see on hit 7, 8 and 9 as well. So this is the perfect RNG, where the platforms drop right away.
Yeah. PiePusher made it through 6-5. That's also one of those old. It was the Dixie level, but we switched to Cranky because guess what? Cranky can bounce on the snowflakes.
No, that gets the fastest speed. There we go, one more. Very nice. So yeah, he missed PB. Official SRL time is 1:32.16. So let's see if we can get Newby in here, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna continue watching Pie here. So yeah, this used to be a Dixie level on Wii U. It's another level with huge gaps that Cranky can't cross as fast as Dixie can. You get to listen to this nice credits music. So Wii U, you could do 6-7 with either Dixie or Cranky. Cranky was obviously harder, but slightly faster. Yo, what's up, Newby?
Yeah, what's up, Jock?
So?
Well, I learned an important lesson in this run. If I'm going anywhere in this tournament, I need to practice pretty much every level in the game. A lot more. Yeah, not my best run, but I did learn a lot, so that's okay.
Yeah. We were on PB pace, right?
Yeah, at some point. I don't know. I don't even know. My splits are also messed up, so I had no idea. Yo, this is my favorite track, though. This one coming, this funky remix.
I think it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
How's
PiePusher doing?
He's doing really well, actually. Like
Nice.
for being on, for being on Wii U and stuff, and being relatively
Yeah, I know.
safe.
I know he said he wanted like sub 150. He'd be really happy with that, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I feel like he's probably on pace for that.
should be. Not PB pace, I think, but very close. So when you were in 6-8, I actually said Newby should be on PB pace, and 2 seconds later he died.
Yeah, I just did some awkward jump, and I was like, "Oh, this doesn't make it. Let's see if I hop off. This also doesn't make it." And the problem is, I'm in the habit of like fluttering down, even though I'm dying. Like, I need to stop fluttering. That's wasting time. Dying is faster.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to know when to not flutter and just let yourself fall. Even for my World 1, it was sloppy. I was like, oh no, this is not looking good.
Was it? I can't remember.
It was bad. My World 1 was just atrocious. But it's alright. Just gotta practice.
What happened?
Yeah.
To 6?
Oh, I don't know.
You just dropped down.
I just let go of the button by accident. I was like, oh, dang. Like, let go of the grab button. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I think that was the problem. I didn't think I was close enough to the vine after I made that weird, like, short jump. And then, so I just let go of the button, and then I just ended up grabbing and falling anyway. Yeah. My World 4 I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, it was where it's all in.
Mostly.
Good 4-5 and...
Yeah. Pretty good 4-5. Pretty good, like, general World 4, but it's because Cranky's the best.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will always say that.
Yep. I feel like I'll never route out the change of going to Cranky for 3B, because that level's way too fun.
Yeah.
Just as Cranky.
I'm debating that myself. I don't know. Switching on 4-1 just saves time in itself, because the loading gets shorter and
That's
don't
true.
have to wait as long for the barrel and stuff.
That's true. But 3B is so fun. It reminds me of the old days.
Yeah.
When Cranky just bounced around everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like 3B with funky.
No, I don't either. Same here.
Jesus. So, Cruncha.
Yep, alright, that's good. Crunch is probably going to destroy me. Because based on the way I played today, it shouldn't be a problem for him. But we'll see. He does sometimes just totally drop the ball. And he's also, I think, known in races at least for kind of just getting caught up in one thing. Sometimes like one big mistake he'll just repeat over and over.
Yeah, that
we'll
could
see.
happen.
Yeah. If I do improve and actually work on my stuff, then it'll be a much better race.
Yeah, definitely. I think both of you need to, because he was rusty as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cruncha talking smack in Twitch chat.
Is he? Oh, I'm not even in the chat. Dang.
That, hey, you're less than 3 minutes behind my time, just. I don't know if that's shit or a smack talk or.
What? I'm done for probably. Very likely. I don't think that's like much of an argument, but I can make it a good race if I get my strats together. And I gotta learn like all the 1B or the 1 boss stuff and all that cool stuff.
Oh yeah, the new funky pumpy thing.
Yeah, that Ghoul didn't even know existed. Ghoul didn't know anything existed. It was great. It was so fun to watch that.
I was like, actually, if you do this and this, what?
He's like, whoa, what? I think he said that's new at least like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Do have to fix these splits though.
Yeah, that's a PiePusher, it's not friendly.
Is he? Okay, cool. I don't have the stream open right now.
He's on the 3rd phase now. Good. Got good RNG. Very
Nice. Good RNG, yeah.
He didn't do the jumps and things too correctly, so got more than 2, but it's 3 nonetheless, because it wasn't like 5 jumps.
Right.
5 quick jumps, like Spike does. Yeah, that's faster.
Yeah.
Going into the last 3 hits. Got 7. Misses 8. Got 9. So he needs 1 more.
Wow.
Jesus. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. Very nice. That is a PB.
Nice. What was this time?
143 for 14.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
The
definitely
time
for his
is
skill
good.
level. It's really good.
should be. Yeah, I think. Let's see. It's a PB.
Nice.
Yeah, it's exactly 40 seconds.
That's really cool, though. Yo, congrats on PB, man. Oh, he's not here yet.
Yeah, he did a dot down first, so he got 1 second faster there. See if he joins us. And we have our first quarterfinals ready.
Already?
Yep, you and Crusher.
Yo, I'm in the quarterfinal. Dude, you gotta join the live channel.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, yo, GG on PB, man.
Thanks. I have no clue how that happened. I feel like my early game was so bad.
Yeah, but you never died, so that helps.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually... where did I die? Oh, it was on the... where you usually get the huge momentum boost in 2-2. Except I used Dixie. But I died there still. Oh man, in 2-4 I got a freaking bonus game.
Oh yeah. The one behind the owl.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He jumped over it, landed in the bonus.
That's awesome. That is great. It's like I died all over the place, like 25 times or something. Sweet. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah,
You
it was
still
fun.
You saw the tournament, which is cool. Double in is always nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Any thoughts on the tournament, the run?
Fun tournament.
I don't know. Yeah, fun tournament. I feel like I did pretty good overall.
Yeah, you did really well.
Yeah, 143 is super respectable,
No huge mistakes.
especially on Wii U. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, the load times
I know.
and the slow Kongs.
I'd like to have Switch version, but I just can't justify spending $60 for faster load times.
And you get funky though, and faster strats.
Faster strats? I could do that if I actually learned cranky strats, though.
Funky is faster than Cranky in a lot of places, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Or else we would just run Funky mode with Cranky if it was faster.
Oh, that would be so good.
That would be really good. That would be awesome.
Just run the funky mode and never use funky.
Yeah, if he wasn't fast, that's what would happen.
Yeah, because you get extra damage boosts.
Yeah, like 1 or 2. Yeah, well, hopefully I beat Cruncha. I probably won't, but we'll see. That's my goal, obviously.
My goal was just to PB in this tournament, and actually, I wasn't even expecting that, to be honest.
Now you get to PB again. That's your next goal,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Next goal is not get eliminated in 2 rounds.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You actually have a pretty good chance to, because Grim Donuts has one of the higher PBs of the Switch runners. He's like 10 minutes behind you. So you have good chances, definitely.
Cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
GG.
Alright.
GG.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off as well. See if there is anything going on.
Yeah, me too. Bye.
See ya, dude. So there's a link to the pass randomizer, a link to pass no major glitches. I think the finals, if I'm reading the schedule correctly. No, it's not finals. Anyways, link to the pass randomizer on Speed Gaming 2 and Speed Gaming 5. Link to pass NMG on Speed Gaming. And you got a link to the pass randomizer on Speed Gaming 4. So you can check that out. Next DKC race is tomorrow at noon Eastern. Spike Vegeta is racing against Green Snow Dog, and then you have one race at 3 PM Eastern with Recult and Ghoul 02. So cash those if you want more Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. See ya.